Welcome, Tom.
Hi, Paul.
It's good to have you on the show.
Good to be on.
So, I mean, this is the first interview. It's nice to have you as the first guest, really.
Thank you, thank you.
I know you've been working at this stuff a long time, and I know you sent some stuff over here. I've been checking it out, and it's looking pretty good. I mean,
Thank you.
what else do you have going on in the future?
Well, like you said, we've been doing this now for like 25 years. And so my goal all the time is to keep expanding and making new games. And what we released at the end of last year was a licensed game based on a wrestling federation called Ring of Honor,
Yeah.
which is the third largest wrestling federation in the country. This is the handbook that would be used in the game.
That's what you sent over.
And here's some of the, for example, the playing cards that would be in the game.
It's beautiful art. I love it.
You know, the art's done by Werner Muck, who is just amazing. He started out as a fan of the game, and then he just kept evolving to becoming the regular artist for this particular brand of our games. See, we've got Champions of the Galaxy, which is a fictional game, but then we've also got Ring of Honor, which is a licensed game, Chikara, Combat Zone Wrestling. We're just keep on expanding into all these independent wrestling federations that like to promote themselves by having a card game for them.
It's great. I mean, I'm sure he's excited that, you know, to start out as a fan and later to be able to be integral in the part of making it.
Yeah, that makes it a lot of fun to work with somebody like that. That's right. So anyway, that's where that's going, and we just keep expanding more and more in that direction.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so that's what you're doing. And do you have any games coming out in 2013? I know you had an expansion come out in 2012, just recently.
Yeah, we always have expansions for all our games. So we'll have a new Champions of the Galaxy game in July. We'll have an expansion for ROH, Chikara, all our feds, and then we'll put out new games. In fact, we are licensed to work with Shimmer, which is it's a federation called Shimmer Women Athletes. And so it's all female wrestling fed. Back in the old days, there was one called Glow. I don't know if people remember that. But now, you know, there's Shimmer. We're going to put out a whole set for their female athletes.
Might get me interested in that, actually.
Yeah, it gets a lot of guys interested.
All right, Tom, let's go to a quick commercial break. And when we get back, we'll talk a little bit more. Welcome back. Tonight we got Tom Filsinger, the creator and owner of Filsinger Games. We've been talking a little bit about his gaming system. So
we want to keep expanding in these directions because that's where we've got a foothold with Filsinger Games. But beyond that, then I want to take Champions of the Galaxy, which is a fictional game of characters I created 25 years ago, and we're still putting out new expansions with Champions of the Galaxy characters. I'm trying to take Champions of the Galaxy and take it from being a wrestling game, which is it's really a wrestling / superhero game. And I want to take it, because I think the stories are strong enough with the characters, to take those characters into the sci-fi realm in maybe cartoons, movies, or television.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So I've been spending some time in Hollywood talking to people, and it's been an amazing experience because, you know, people are interested in properties. You know, they're definitely interested in ideas to work with.
Especially at this time with all the superhero movies.
Yeah. Well, Marvel's going to be putting out a movie that's real sci-fi based. You know, they've done Avengers and Iron Man and, you know, all that. But they're going to put out something else in 2014. I think it's called Guardians of the Galaxy. And so they want to put that out. And that's been a good pitch for me because, you know, they're moving off in that direction. I've got something that's already there that can be done.
Right.
So we're talking about it for stuff like cartoons, movies.
And you mentioned Marvel. I mean, I know you're pretty good friends with Stan Lee. You got any good stories for us? Yeah,
you know, it was cool because about 7 or 8 years ago, Stan Lee called me. We'd already been in touch and said, "Would you like to work with me?" And of course, obviously, I don't need a house to fall on me. I'm definitely interested in working with Stan Lee. So we worked together, and he's a great guy, and we had a lot of fun. When I first met him, I went to his office in Beverly Hills. He's got this huge statue of Spider-Man in there, and it's just a beautiful office. And the secretary came in and said, "Hey Stan, you know, you got Ted Nugent on the phone, and And Stan says, "Tell him I'm busy. I'm doing something." And I sat there and I thought to myself, "Well, I'm doing pretty good now." Ted Nugent's on hold. So another time we're in Santa Monica promoting the book at the Santa Monica Public Library. So, it's packed with people there. And we're doing question and answer. We're at a table and he's answering, almost all the questions, but I'm there kind of as the master of ceremonies or something. And so it was my job to recognize people raising hands. So somebody's raising their hand in the back row, and it's this teenage girl with beautiful long blonde hair. And I said, "Yes, the girl back there." And then her father's sitting next to her. And the father says, "That's my son you're talking to."
So
I was like,
he had Thor hair.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, really, yeah. But he didn't have the Thor chin, He had I was like, okay. I didn't say anything else. I was just like, proceed. And then, so this person asks a question. When they were done, and it was some quiet time, I whispered to Stan. I said, "Stan, did that look like a boy to you?" And he says, "Don't worry." He says, "I've done that 1,000,000 times."
Oh, man.
So it was fun working with him all the way through. And still to this day, he sends Christmas cards and we stay in touch.
Wow. Thinking of wrestling, I knew you were coming on the show. I kind of considered having you maybe body slam me into the coffee table.
Oh, you don't want to do that. It's dangerous. That stuff's real.
I'm pretty young. I think I can take it.
Well, I don't know. If I were you, I'd be kind of concerned about it.
I don't think it'll be that bad. We could try it, right?
Oh man, I'm telling you, the bumps those guys take, there's something brutal.
I'm pretty young.
I don't know if this is smart.
Where do you need me?
Over here. Well, I still don't know. You sure you want to do this?
Why not?
Okay.
Oh!
Man, I told you that stuff's real.